นี่คืออะไรเหรอนี่คือมุ้งเต็มนี่เลย
มุ้ง mosquito net the whole is a big size covering
อีก
everything
12 อัน
น่าจะตั้งไงครับอาจารย์
นี่ไง12 อันเต็มนี่เลยเต็มหมดเลย
อ๋อ12 มุ้ง12 อัน
เต็มทุกหน้าต่าง
so it's a
ถ้ามี
mosquito
คนมาก็จะได้มีเพียงพอ
for all the covering the windows ก็มีแล้วไม่ใช่ครับ
ไม่ก็มุ้งไงประจำหน้าต่าง
oh it's the net not a tent a net for each window so not a tent it's just a net like if you were to sleep on the ground and you put a net over it
you can see yeah okayวันนี้เมื่อวานวันนี้จะเรียนเรื่องอะไรดีมีหลายเรื่องโอเคมาบูชาพระกันอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควาพุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมธัมมังนามาสามิสุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามิอันธรรมยังพุทธัสสะภควโตอุปภาคณมการังกโรมาเสนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะกราบ
I respect to Pagan together bow
สาธุจิมมี่เกินเรื่องที่เมื่อวานแล้วก็ส่วนที่จิมมี่ถามนั่นแหละ
so yesterday last night there was a question about ผมไม่มาท่อนแรกก็เลยจะไม่เขาถามคำถามว่าอะไร
เขาถามว่าเขาถามน้องลมเขาถามว่า
มนุษย์อัจฉริยะ
มันเดี๋ยวต้องดู
ถ้าเราอยากจะอัจฉริยะต้องทำอะไรไหมครับ
ใช่
so yesterday Pirom asked if I want to be a genius what should I do be a genius what should I do พระอาจารย์ answer I forgot oh yes maybe a genius
ใครไม่รู้ด้วยเหรอฮะ
ห้องหนูแล้วก็กับฟังอาจารย์
เหรออ๋อ
อัจฉริยะต้องเป็นอัจฉริยะ
อ๋อ
อัจฉริยะ Achayakorn is criminal. Acharya is genius. Achayakorn is criminal.
เออ
Acharya
Acharya
means genius.
กับอาจารย์
ไม่ใช่ Acharyakorn. Acharya is criminal.
อืม
have to read whether it is or
Acharya. Then I ask. Then
เออทำไมง่ายทำไมเขาพยายามมองหาสิ่งที่ง่ายในสถานการณ์ที่ยาก และชอบอธิบายให้ผู้อื่นเข้าใจได้ง่าย ๆ แต่ทำไมคนธรรมดาอย่างเราชอบทำอะไรให้ยาก
why the geniuses love a simple basic life? When they do things, they do it simply. When they explain to other people, they explain it simply, easily. But regular people, they do things complicated, hard, difficult. Why is that?
อืม ก็มีมันทินเป็นเรื่องปกติอยู่แล้ว
But impurities are regular, are normal.
อืม
normal person
ก็คนปกติก็มีมลทินเป็นปกตินะครับอาจารย์
อืมใช่ใช่ แต่นี่การที่อัจฉริยะได้จะต้องสามารถเชื่อมกับฉากหลังที่ละเอียด
To be genius, you have to connect with the knowing one inside that is refined,
อืม
deep level.
นั่นหมายถึงแต่ที่แล้วก็มันจะทำให้มันเชื่อม เนื่องจากมันมีผังอยู่พอมีผังเขาก็ฉากหลังก็จะผลักดันให้กระทำการที่จะเชื่อมต่อกับฉากหลังที่ละเอียดได้
But because there's already a destiny, then the manager of the person will help the person, allow the person to get to help them connect with the inner, the one who knows that is deep down inside of them.
คนธรรมดาอยากจะทำเหมือนกันพยายามจะทำแต่มันทำแล้วมันทำแล้วมันเจาะไม่ถึงสักที
Well, regular people tries to do so too, try to be geniuses, but they try to penetrate, but they couldn't get there.
ตอนนี้คำถามเขาก็แต่คำถามเขาถามว่าทำไมชอบความเรียบง่าย
But the question is, why do they like simplicity?
พวกจีนนี่ทำไมชอบความเรียบง่ายก็เพราะว่าฉากหลังเขาจะต้องสอนไอ้เบสิกพื้นฐานไอ้พื้นฐานสิ่งที่ธรรมดาให้ไม่ธรรมดา
Because the one who know inside have to teach the basic, the foundational thing, teach the fundamental, the ordinary, mundane, fundamental thing into something extraordinary.
ให้คนสำคัญเห็นความสำคัญของสิ่งที่เบสิกพื้นฐานเนี่ยมันไม่ธรรมดายังไง
The one who know inside teaches them the ordinary thing that other people might not give importance to, but teach its importance and why this is actually not ordinary, not something to overlook.
ทีนี้พอเขาเห็นมันไม่ธรรมดายังไงเขาเห็นความสำคัญมันเขาสามารถต่อยอดได้คือคนที่ไม่เห็นมันธรรมดาไม่เห็นมีอะไรเลยเขาก็ไม่ใส่ใจนะมันต่อยอดไม่ได้นะแต่นี่เขาทำให้สามารถเห็นสิ่งที่ธรรมดามันไม่ธรรมดามันจึงสามารถใส่ใจลงไปเพื่อให้เกิดความต่อยอดมันพัฒนาไปสู่แอดวานซ์จากแอดวานซ์มันไปสู่วันเดอร์ฟูลไปสู่ซีเครตไปสู่โนมอลรวมทั้งหมดแล้วก็เข้าสู่เบสิกใหม่
So if we were able to highlight something that is ordinary and point to them how unordinary or extraordinary it is, then we can then bring our attention to it. It's no longer ordinary. Bring attention to it. Then that is where we will engage with turning from something basic to advanced to something wonderful, from something wonderful to meet its secrets, until you've gone through all the secret until there's nothing more, no more. And when you get to a point where there's nothing more,
มันจะ
all
จัดระเบียบตรงโนมอเนี่ยมันไม่เหมือนไม่มีอะไร อยู่ๆมันว่างเปล่าไม่มีอะไรเลย การจัดระเบียบภายในเกิดขึ้นเพราะหลังจากจัดระเบียบภายในเสร็จ มันปลอดโปร่งมันเรียกเป็นระเบียบแล้ว มันสามารถเข้าสู่กระบวนการต่อไปมันทำไมมันต้องว่างเปล่า เพราะว่ามันต้องการเคลียร์ทุกอย่างนะแล้วเพื่อที่จะจัดระเบียบมัน
so when you get to the no more level, it means that there's nothing left to discover, and you feel hollow and empty because everything that you learn have been put organized into place properly structurally already. That's why everything is clear, everything put into proper place. That proper structuring make it very clear. When it's very clear, then they will clear everything out, move you to a next level, and clear the old structure out, and then give you a next level understanding. It's like you complete this curriculum, everything clear, and go to the next level. It's like puzzle. You solve the easy puzzle first, everything in place, done, clear, finish. Then you move to the next puzzle, like that.
ตัวอย่างเช่น
For example,
ทำได้ไหมอะไร
you remember? Example,
2 นิ้ว
piano,
เปียโนหรือไอ้คีย์บอร์ดนะเขาจิ้ม2 จิ้มนะจิ้มนะมันต้องดูแป้นนะแต่ว่าถ้ามันต้องดูแป้นมันก็ได้แค่นั้นนะเร็วแค่ไหนก็ได้แค่นั้นนะแต่ถ้ามัน10 นิ้วนะมันเบสิกพร้อมกับโน้ตฮาวนะมันพัฒนาได้ไม่ต้องดูแป้นเลยมันดูตรงนู้นดูนู่นดูนี่นั่นก็พิมพ์ได้หลับตาพิมพ์ก็พิมพ์ได้นะแล้วเร็วด้วย
and so if you only take your 2 fingers, tap on the keyboard on a piano keyboard, for example, then you can only go so fast, and you can't look elsewhere but at the keyboard. But if you study the right basic with the 10 fingers, and then with the proper know-how, then you can advance it to a point where you can look at any screen anywhere. You can even close your eyes and type, and when you type, you can type quickly too.
เข้าใจไหมแล้วก็ทำไมพระอาจารย์รู้ว่าถ้าไม่มี Basic Advanced Wonderful Secret no more
But how did Prajan know this? That there are these steps: basic, advanced, wonderful, secrets, no more. เพราะว่าพระอาจารย์ก็ผ่านมาหมดแล้ว
ใช่
Yes.
แต่ว่าฉากหลังเขาก็สอนมันจริงพระอาจารย์รู้ไม่มีทางรู้จริงไหมไม่มีมนุษย์ไม่มีทางรู้ถ้าไม่ใช่ฉากหลังสอนต้องอย่างนี้นะอย่างนี้นะโอเคทำนี้เจออย่างนี้ใช่ไหมแอดวานซ์อย่างนี้นะวันเดอร์ฟูลนะโอ้ยูโอเคโอ้โหแล้วลูกศิษย์ของพระอาจารย์แต่ละคนนะพอถึงตรงนี้พระอาจารย์โอ้โหแล้วtomorrowมาอีกแล้วโอ้โหเดี๋ยวต่อไปคาเมกับจิมมี่ก็เหมือนกันน่ะมาหาพระอาจารย์ทำมาแต่เช้าเลยพระอาจารย์โอ้โห
Yeah, all Prajan students Prajan did cannot know of this himself. He's the one who have to teach him about all these structure, and Prajan also go through it too. And he got when he's the student who get to this point, then they will come every morning to Prajan. This is
มาทุกวันเลย
Come
มาทุกวัน
every day.
บางทีวันละ2 ครั้ง
Sometimes
เช้า
twice
มา
a day.
โอ้โหสุดยอดเลยนะก็ตกตอนเย็นมานะพระอาจารย์อีกแล้วดีกว่าเมื่อเช้าอีก
Oh, and one day will be like that too.
Yeah,
Come on.
looking forward to it.
โอ้โห
Oh. But that because
You can you teach.
so very the ending has wonderful secret. So and about the example of keyboard or piano playing, or like like how different the knowledge that one has that can type with two fingers is from someone who can like do anything while they're typing. But then you want to know if legit and then he said that when he asked how did he know that there are these 5 stages, and I answered, well, he must have gone through all 5 already, and he said yes, but his one who was on the inside, like his good nature on the inside, had to teach him, like at every step, like now that basic is finished, what Jimmy said, you have understood the structure. Now figure this out, bring a new understanding on top of it. Built on all the understanding you made before, like the next understanding. He said once you reach wonderful, then like it's the same for everyone. When Prajan met with that level, then he's like, oh, wonderful, like, and then when his students reach that place, they act the same way. Sometimes even twice a day, they will come to Prajan. In the morning, they will come to Prajan. Oh, this knowledge, so good. It works just like a charm. And then in the afternoon, they will come again. Oh, Prajan, again, it works so well. Once you reach wonderful with this teaching, like it's kind of like it's the same for everyone. Once they reach there, said one day, Jimmy and I will be the same. Every day we will, every morning we will come and work. Oh, Prajan, so wonderful. So
But the basic question for me,
why do yes this like to do things simply, like
Why they live simple lives, why they do things simply, why they teach other people in a simple way.
other people?
Why regular people do the opposite, live life hard and complicated, do things that is hard and complicated. When they explain things, they can explain it hard and complicated.
How does this simple life relate again to the
because the reason that there are 2 reasons. Number one is that not anyone can be genius. Those who have this destiny or this program in their timeline can only be their inner manager, inner director have to help them get to this point of genius. How? The genius means they can connect with the knowing one that is deep inside of them. That's why they're genius. Now they themselves are not genius, but the one inside is the genius. So the manager have to help them attain the genius one inside, which many people try to but cannot get to it. Now why do they live simple life? Simple because the genius one inside what they do here is, unlike other people, they look at the simple things and they point out the they point out what many people think are simple and ordinary, and point something out that is not simple, that is not ordinary. Meaning, or when it's ordinary, people overlook basic. There's nothing much to it. But the junior one say no. There's something to this one. There's something to this point right here. When they point like that, then they concentrate on this particular point. They say, hey, there's something to it. There's a world inside of it. And that's why when you go and focus and study it, that point specifically, you penetrate it, then from basic you get to the advanced level. Why is this important? How? Until you get to the wonderfulness of this thing right here that the genius point out. This one thing, the wonderfulness. That's why you say, oh, very. Until you get out throughout all the things that make you say, oh, and then you then get to the fourth point where you unlock the secret. No one can get to, and the secret of this thing until there's no more secret. When there's no more secret here, the world becomes empty. Like you finally finish a puzzle. Everything in place where it should be, everything solved, and you're like empty, free. Will happen. The inner genius, the inner good system then recalibrate everything, upgrade you to a new level. Next one, you are the basic of advanced level. This one is basic of advanced. No, basic of basic, advanced of basic. Right? Everything, the secret of the basic level, the normal of the basic level. The next level is the basic of the advanced level, the advanced of advanced, wonderful of advanced. Like this, upward. That's why because this is a necessary for it to be complicated. No, just leave it the simple thing, and the genius will inside point it out to you. That's why I don't need to leave it anything complicated. Understood? Huh? What? For example, for example, this one here, พระอาจารย์ just point out something unordinary about something that people say is ordinary. Point something out as unordinary. Point out until it get to a point where I can make it easy. So easy that you don't have to do anything grand or big anymore. Just understand, and you just buy this time, sell this time. Very easy and simple. Buy this time, this time. But other people have to create a whole studio up and then hire hundreds of people to look at all the graph and stuff like that. This one, linear say no need to. Like that. ก็คำนี้ขอให้ให้ตัวอย่างหน่อยว่าอาชีพเขาอยู่ยังไงอยู่ซิมเปิลก็บอกก็เหมือนที่พระอาจารย์สอนเรื่องกราฟพระอาจารย์ก็จะเห็นเรื่องที่มันไม่ปกติกับสิ่งที่คนอย่างผู้คนเขามองข้ามเป็นปกติไปแล้วว่าตรงเนี้ยเจาะตรงนี้เจาะแล้วทำให้ง่ายขึ้นพอคุณเข้าใจปุ๊บคุณแค่กดซื้อเวลานี้ขายเวลานั้นซื้อเวลาขายเวลานั้นคุณไม่ต้องจ้างคนมา100 คนมานั่งดูกราฟหมดเลยคนอื่นเขาทำอย่างนั้นกันเพราะมันเขาไม่รู้แต่อันนี้เรารู้กันดังนี้ปุ๊บตรงนั้นปุ๊บคนเดียวก็ทำได้นะครับก็อย่างนี้ก็เลยไม่ต้องให้มันยุ่งยาก Understood? Like Marcus, for example, if you said you work on and you work in your company for so long, therefore it's pretty simple. Just do like this. Very simple, very easy. But you look at your coworker, how much complicated, how much extra thing that they had to do to achieve something less optimal, less worse than what you do. Something you can do easier and achieve more than that. Right? Like that. And your life is not complicated. Very simple, very understood. Very simple. What's so difficult about it? Just this, and this. But for them, oh, I have to no, I have to this and this and this and this. And the more they do, the more crazy they become. Right?ก็ให้ตัวอย่างของ
Sometimes there is something what has to be discovered. I just thought of numbers. First there were the numbers 1, 2, 3, and then someone found there's also -1, -2, -3, and with usage of that, it was possible to do every subtraction. And then there is the rational numbers, so that every fraction,
Like between
between 1 and 2 are indefinitely many fractions.
minutes.
And then there is the next, there is between every fraction, there is infinitely many real numbers, like P or E. And there is a next level where when I learned to be an electrician, there is the calculating with E, with I. You have this is an additional dimension. And I think this is a little bit like an additional dimension what Raja sees in the development of the numbers, because everything what is based on growing money, there are so much people trying to do it in the right way and in the wrong way, to get more money from less. And so he sees something what nobody else sees, because it's somewhere between. That's my understanding. Why is there something which is working, but nobody else did it before? There's something in common, infinity between the numbers, but nobody.
You can say there's infinity between them.
Yeah, there is infinity between this what nobody saw before.
The genius will give insight, will teach the person, give importance to something that other people don't give importance to, and they know this is the key, the answer, and give importance to this one. This one is the one. When they're able to give importance to the right thing and penetrate through it, master of that one thing, then they found the key. Other people couldn't find because they don't give importance to it. But when you give importance to it, important to the right key, then that key does wonder for you. So I ask, next question I ask, how do you, many people say that they are geniuses. They're selling class and courses. Then how can we know that they are genius and we are not tricked? How can know they are the real thing? We're not, we might not be expert in the field to tell if what they're teaching is real or bull. Yeah, Pajan's the answer that he gave us, for those who for those who do this, they are above regular people because they know something, but not everything. Just something more than the regular people. These people, other people doesn't know better, so they study and oh great. But they themselves could not even achieve. That's what they couldn't achieve or become successful in what they're teaching. They earn money through the classes, right? They earn money through be successful in what they're expert in. And when they teach, it's very shallow about this here, this there, this here, this there. But there are many, but are not able to shine the light and clear out all the impurities that shout the mystery. Just here and there, snippet. But for those, and so eventually when they teach, they'll eventually come to a dead end because they run out of thing that they know. This thing, that's it, run out, they know. But for those who can connect with the knowing one inside, the genius inside, it is never ending. You can talk to them and they explain to you clearly and thoroughly to a point where you yourself don't even have a question for them because everything completely clear, the whole thing's clear. But for these people, if who doesn't know everything, they explain to you, you can ask them deeper, then deeper, then deeper. Eventually, you'll get to a point where they couldn't answer anymore. Yeah, you meet a dead end, couldn't answer anymore. It have reached the maximum of their what they remember, but they don't know everything. But the genius shine a light to make the whole knowledge known clearly, thoroughly, to a point where even if you keep on asking, can answer every question without ending, can connect everything together until there's nothing left. And this is, then you know that this person is uh, the true genius, while other people just simply have knowledgeable but not genius, just know here and there. That's it. And then I ask more. Then what's the difference between smart and genius? In Thai, we use two words, smart and genius. What the difference between the two? I say for regular people, now their knowledge come from memorization, what they remember from what they hear, what they read. And this is the regular kind. Not smart, just educated. But the smartness, when we talk about smartness, there are different levels of smartness. Come from the second level called Jinta. No, Sutta, Jinta, the second level Jinta, Panya, the wisdom, the reflection, which when you talk about topic, every topic have their own uh, their own body of knowledge and the teacher of that knowledge, the owner of that knowledge. For those who are very, very, very smart, when they hear something for the first time or hear it only a few times, they are very clear on that knowledge, completely clear. Because the impurities, which are the element that hide and shroud the complete understanding, is only a little. So when they concentrate, quality comes in to clean out those things that hide and shroud, and right away, boop, oh, understand completely now. The first time they hear, they understand completely because they connect with the one who knows inside. There's not a lot of impurities. That's why very clear. First time very clear, understood. Can teach other people. It's very smart. Some people are not as smart, but still smart because the amount of impurities that they have is still quite a bit. So they have to, when they read, they go back and reflect a few days, and oh, okay, clear, very clear. And because the concentration bring in good energy, clean out impurities, connect them with the body of knowledge. Some people got smart, but not smart, but not as smart. So they had to study for revise again weeks after weeks after weeks to clean out the impurities until it can clear the element heart and shroud out to be able to do that. So when you talk about smartness, there are different levels of smartness that is there, but there's no comparison to genius. Genius is the third level of wisdom called Pavana Maya. Wisdom, this comes from those who have this destiny or have the resolution to be like this. I've practiced like this before, practice to get to this of wisdom before. The only way is to connect with the one who knows that's very refined, that deep down inside, beyond all the smartness, deep down. Then this connection is the key that differentiates smart and geniuses. And then and then lastly, the question I asked is when you talk about genius, there are different genius in different types. The genius in cooking, and you see the cooking who's very genius. Genius in music, like revolutionary musician. Genius in sport. Genius in this and that. There are different geniuses in different all fields. So what if I want to be genius in the teaching of the Buddha? What should I do? I can say to be genius in teaching of Buddha. There's also many aspects of Buddha's teaching. For example, in ancient time, the Venerable Rahula, Buddha's son, when he was a novice, he hold the grain of sand in his hand. He said, "May I know? May I have the insight, the knowledge equivalent to the grain of sand that I hold in my palm." If you just scoop the sand with your one finger, it's only tens. Hello. So no, they come and set up the AC down there, and they open up the AC to check if it's all working. They forgot to close it, so they have to close it. Is everything should be fine. It's working. Everyone, then we might open it all day, all night, because we didn't know that they opened it.
It's
10,
lunch.
9, yeah, lunch.
kind. So then, but I didn't know what they were doing. But now that he tells that there were
Well, there were people cleaning the AC in my room.
Yeah, they could set up and clean everything. Anyway,
Question came into the meditation, but yeah, people cleaning AC in your room. Where's the key? And I
and
said,
the hot, wait, oh, okay, final game, okay. Before I came to meditate.
yes.
Okay, all right, I continue. So if you look, if you scoop the sand with your one finger, it's already tens of grains. So imagine how much if you have a fistful, right? So you can, from this is where you make a resolution, make a wish. Go. But if you look at other people, for those who write Buddhist books, yeah, they got genius. They got able to write all the poem, all the commentary. Got genius in that too. I look at Luang Pu. Got genius in the Dhammaka knowledge, able to penetrate deep down, deep to uncover the bodies deep down, able to rediscover the Dhammaka knowledge again, and then be master at that. Luang Por also mastered Dhammaka knowledge too, but in the aspect where it is able to teach people and people attain Dhammaka to a point where it can do the Dhammaka effect, where when people can meditate, can let people attain easily. To a point where in not so distant future where people meditate and anyone, no matter where they are, who they are, can able to attain Dhammaka very easily. To a point where wherever there's a human, there's Dhammakaya. And so therefore, this is the level of genius that one get to be able to do something extraordinary. That is called genius. And so therefore, there are genius in many types, in many aspects. What even in Buddhism too, there's many aspects inside Buddhism. What do you want aspect in? So yeah, that is all the my question. All the question.
I have an idea about the books. So the books in the cupboard behind you.
The tribe we talked about.
It's nearly everything. Like this books or the Bible or who wrote these books.
This
Are these books written by books written by somebody who knows, who had the knowledge, or by his students?
Well, I think if I'm correct, nothing was written down at the time of the Buddha, but rather after the Buddha died, they all came together to write like the very foundation of the canon. But the only ones who were allowed to write it were also had to be enlightened people, so that they check that it's true.
at the time of the Buddha, the during even when he was alive too, the teaching was spread through word of mouth, through chanting. That's why you hear chanting like this, very rhythmic, because have to remember. Boop, 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 boop. Luckily, it's their language too, so it's very easy. That's how the teaching spread in the ancient time. Even after the Buddha passed away, the teaching was kept. So there is a section in the Buddha disciple that is that under so Buddha have many kind of like a notable disciple. They have their own team, right? The Buddha secretary, his team is the master in memorizing the teaching, because the Buddha secretary himself is the master of memorizing. The secretary asked the Buddha, when, whenever the Buddha teach, may the Buddha teach him again one more time. Even if he's not there, had to come teach him. So the secretary remember every single teaching of the Buddha, because Buddha taught everything to him word for word every time. And so therefore he and his team is the master of memorizing. So that's why when it comes to and through chanting, through reciting, 84,000 is processed through chanting, all of it. So much so that when after the Buddha passed and the monks come and discuss what to do after the Buddha passing, to make sure that the teaching, to make sure that they remember Buddhas correctly, they have to double check with the secretary. And so that's how the teaching passed in the past. One monk go to the other, go chant to them. They go remember the chanting, go spread like this. Up until I think 500 years after the Buddha passing, where they start to record the chanting, and record the chanting, which is like this. And then there is a Buddhist or Sangha, the disciples meeting the second time, third time, fourth time, now seventh time in total for the past 2,600 years. There are, I think, 6, 7, or 8 times. I forgot the number where the Sangha come together. Here's where they arrange the knowledge that's remaining. So at the time in the past, the knowledge was quite complete, but over time, some got missed, some move here, move there, some get lost. But every time the meaning come together, whatever remains come and categorize again. That's why it came into books like this, recorded, categorized. But because over time, some teaching are lost with time, and so this is what we have left.
But isn't it true that they checked that what they are writing down?
Correct.
is
So
correct?
yeah. So those who are enlightened is the one that come to meeting to make sure it's correct. To make sure it's correct. But those but the teaching that is lost is lost. It's lost. Enlightened just basically free liberate from the bad nature. Doesn't necessarily mean enlightened in the wisdom wise. Just no more bad nature doesn't mean so knowing everything. And that's why like that. Go okay, I want to check okay everything complete correct. Go like this. No.
When you're knowing and reading, and when you're not knowing and reading, are you understanding in the same way? Someone who reads something with knowledge can he decide if this works also speaks to a person which are not known, because what I want to say is that when you write knowledge down and someone reads it,
You cannot write everything, right?
no, you cannot write everything. What is your knowledge?
Correct. You cannot write everything, no, it's not. So therefore, it just write. It what's written is the Buddha's teaching in its entirety. Whatever the Buddha taught, whatever the Buddha uttered, basically, whatever the uttered got recorded. It's like a transcription. The Buddha's at this time, this day, the Buddha teach transcribing his teaching. Now, this order is transcribing. But the understanding of the Buddha's teaching depending on the individual, how much understand. That's why there's also something called the commentary, where there's teacher and master who commentate, interpret. Or the Buddha said this must mean this. That's why that's called something called the commentary part, which is not the scripture, the transcript of the Buddha, but of later master who interpret the Buddha's teaching. What does this mean, to expand on it with their own understanding, like that. That's why what's in there is just a raw transcript with no explanation. Because at that time, people don't need to have explained a lot. At that time, it's a time where it's an era where those with lots of merit get to be born. Enough merit to can enlighten. So that's why the Buddha didn't have to teach a lot, too much. Just boop, 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 boop. Okay, makes sense. Because there's been, those people have been learning this thing for uncounted lifetime, that the impurities are so little that they only need 0.1% left to just take out the final one. So then when the Buddha teach something simple, okay, I get it. When the final puzzle is locked, from all this uncounted lifetime, then they get enlightened. And that's why
Like the first teaching of the Buddha enlightened, and this is the one that we always hear first in the dining hall, the chanting with Uttapa, no? That one. That is the first teaching of the Buddha. He did it once, first one got enlightened. He did it twice, second one got enlightened. He did it thrice, third one got enlightened. 4 or 5 times, because there was 5 people sitting there. Did 5 times, all 5 people enlightened. During just one teaching.
taught the same thing. I taught the same teaching 5 times.
Yeah.
But then, if you were to read transcription, there's knowledge, there's light, there's this, there's that. No, there's not much to it. It's just raw transcription, not much to it. And so for those who, that's why the Tripitaka, this one is just a, what do you call it, a reference piece. When you meditate on your own, you have this as a rail to guide you. But at the same time, it's also something to reference back. For example, I've never been to Germany before, and I want to go to your house, your old apartment, and you tell me the landmark. Okay, then you at this corner, there's this greenhouse and this and this and this. Right? I don't know what that is, but when I drive there, the greenhouse on the corner of the block. Oh, now I see it. It might be different from what I imagined, but when I see the real thing, it matched with Marcus's description. Even though Marcus didn't tell me the whole detail, whereas the window he didn't tell me, just greenhouse on the corner. But in my real life, I see greenhouse, 4 windows, a car, this and this, same thing. Okay, got like that. And that's why because of time and missing pieces and all this stuff, it is something that have to like something that we use together with our personal practice. That's why when I answer a PS question, does he need to read the whole of it? I can say, please don't. You wouldn't understand everything, and even if you do, it's yeah.
There are some corners missing.
Quite missing, but enough. But enough. Even when we talk about what precept, wisdom, and concentration, there's many meaning to it. And the more you study, the more deeper the meaning is. The more deeper the meaning is, the more enlightening it is. The more clear. Oh, if you define like this, it's very simple, very basic definition. And you define like this, we give you a new perspective, a brighter perspective. Just one word, but give you different, brighter perspective. Imagine those who very can connect with the genius inside. When they hear it, their perspective way over there. For them, it's very clear. There's nothing left. But for some people who not so smart, precept is the five rules to follow. How it's that's not very inspiring compared to the normality of the nature. And I bet there's something even more deeper than that too, down the line, which only those who at that level can understand, right? When you hear the word precept, oh, okay, yes, correct. That's what it means. That's what different effect.
He's switching for the and at that age, like you find yourself stuck with like books and stories and this and that, or series, and you cannot, like, even though you don't want to, it's like you're not in control of yourself. Yeah, like for me, that's why I always tell people about me. I'm like, no series, right? No series, no series. You ask me like 100 times to watch it, and I'm like, no series, no series, no series. Because whenever I start a series, it's like an addiction. Every time you start, then you're like, and about the character, and I want to know like what happens with this, and the thing comes like into your mind. It's not just when you watch it, but as you go over your day, it also takes away space from your mind. So whenever I do succumb to it, and I'm like, you know what, okay, fine, like, let's watch one episode, then I'm stuck until I finish the whole thing. So
To finish the whole thing yet?
No.
The first season?
yes, when we were in Bangkok with Jimmy's parents, Jimmy has this one. It's very cute, like anime cartoon series that he's been watching.
Wait, let me answer the question first. Answer the question first.
And since then, it's like something when I have free moments. I don't know what happened.
You need to have a goal.
But I have a goal. And I have like the book in my mind all the time. I'm like, I don't want any, like, I have enough things that make the progress of working on it slow. I don't need to add this.
That goal must be something that, for example, goal of wanting to be free from the suffering that you're going through or having a better life. And it must be something that you want it strongly enough that you are able to use that to let go of other things. If you strongly want enough, then you can let go of other things. If it's not strong, if that what you want, like a free from suffering or to have a better life, is not strong enough, then okay, maybe no problem. And the inner feel of no problem comes up. No problem, one more, no problem. And that's what I have to. That's why I meditate every time. I'm like, oh, every it's get more difficult. But no, I want to get to that. I need to repeat it in my mind. Repeat. Okay, better life. And so then it feels like you're breaking through a barrier. There's something that to force you to not do it, to do something else. And when you face it, you see, oh, actually, there's resistance to it. But you don't have to do the right thing. Just sit and don't do that thing. Sit and don't do that thing that they're not gonna want you to do. Don't do that thing first. Resist not doing first. No, and they go, okay, not watch. Okay, no, not gonna watch. Gonna sit, and just repeat the goal. You want a better life? Yes. Repeat the goal. Repeat the goal. Repeat or have intent. Order what you want. I want this. I want this. I want this. Every time you intend, you order like this repeatedly, it get energy more and more and more. It's just that these two nature good and not gonna are fighting, but the not is stronger. That's why you watch. That's it. They have a lot more strength, and that's normal. It's not like why is it that before you don't want to watch because the point of the good nature is stronger. Don't watch. Don't watch. But now with all the pain, go to not good, not bad. And then now you get to not good, not bad. And when you get to good, you have to go out of not good, not bad. So you shows the not good, not bad when you're suffering. It's normal, no problem. Everyone does this. But then they get power now. Now you want to go and escape them and go to good. They gonna make it difficult. Hey, come back, come back. This one you have to affirm to yourself. Is it bad? Is it wrong to watch? No, as long as it doesn't make you lose all the time and energy. Watch it. If you need to watch, if you want to watch, go watch it. As long as it doesn't take away your time, your energy to do other valuable things.
It's just very obvious to me. Probably wouldn't be obvious to other people, but before all my time belongs to me. So even if it's just 20 minutes that I do, I'm like, where did they go? It's like suddenly a part of my day is missing because normally I have these 20 minutes and I just have what to do. And yeah. But once you lose it, you sit down and you watch it, it's like you're gone for 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, I have no idea what's happening with me, which I'm practicing to be aware all the time. So when these 20 minutes are over, I'm like, whoop, still have a body, like still me, still in this place. Oh,
Yeah. Now then you have to repeat the goal again. Have that goal in mind. Repeat it. Now it's just that right now, is the strength is equal. Good and not good, not bad, equal. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You feel a struggle. But if they have more, then you accept them, you fun to them more than not. Just know the situation that you're and understand what situation you're in. Understand the situation of the proportion that is happening. Okay, that's is there. This understanding, this clarity, enable you to know what to do next. Okay, what's past, what should I do next? I'll do it. They are losing, they're winning, but if you know, then you'll win. Eventually you'll win. And endure. Yes. For me too. I want to play some games. But I've been waiting all day, 8 hours. We're counting this thing, right? So like and inside have to say ขอตัดใจ cut the heart out. Meaning let go. Your heart wants to be there, but cut that heart out. The heart that wants to go there. Have to cut out. If you don't cut this one out, then this one will be part of take up your time to cut out. Oh, okay, meditate. Because you know the purpose, why for what.
Scroll back from his little walk to close this. Like 1 hour.
Anyone, any questions?
Where there's my dad.
Where
Where does my dad?
คำถามเพิ่ม
You never asked this question, so if you want to ask for yourself, go ahead.
เนี่ย
เขาไม่กล้าบอกนะ
ช่วงนี้ติดซีรีส์ครับอาจารย์
ใคร
คาเมนติดซีรีส์
เหรอเรื่องอะไร
Like a mystery.
เป็นเขาเป็นซีรีส์เกี่ยวกับเรื่องของมิส t ต r y นี่มันความลับอะครับอะไร
ความรัก
ความลับอะไรนะเหมือนสืบสวนสอบสวนนะครับ แต่ว่ามันเป็นในยุคของจีนเก่าในราชวังนะครับผมนั่นก็เป็น
How do you know?
ผมรู้เพราะผมเคยดูมาก่อนก็เลยให้คาเมนดูบอกว่าคาเมนลองดูสิคาเมนบอกไม่เอาแต่พอดูปุ๊บติดเลย เป็นการ์ตูนที่เขาทำการ์ตูนใหม่แต่เขาทำในยุคนั้นนะครับทำเกี่ยวกับยุคนั้นก็เลยถามว่าเพราะปกติเนี่ยพอเขามีเวลาว่างเขาจะมาอะไรนะ จะมาทบทวนธรรมะหรือมาเขียนหนังสือนะครับ แต่ว่าช่วงนี้พอมีเวลาว่างก็เวลานั้นก็อันตรายหายไปนะครับอันตรายหายไปทำให้รู้สึกว่าเมื่อก่อนเวลาเป็นของเราแต่ตอนนี้อยู่ดีเวลาของเราหายไปไหนหมดก็ไม่รู้นะครับผมก็เลยถามว่าเขาทำยังไงดีอาจารย์
จะทำยังไงดีในคำว่าไงอะ
ก็บอกว่าเมื่อก่อนอย่างเช่นเรามีเวลาว่าง20 นาทีปกติเขาจะ20 นาทีนั้นเนี่ยเอามาตึกธรรมะนะครับผมแต่แต่ว่าตอนนี้20 นาทีที่มีเนี่ยมีว่าง20ก็มาดูซีรีส์1 ตอน20 นาทีก็แล้วก็อยู่ก็หายไป20 นาทีชีวิตฉันก็เลยถามว่าควรทำยังไงดีครับอาจารย์
คนอย่าไปดู
You're
มัน
both on me.
ให้คนอื่นไปดูมัน
แต่
หรือคาเมนดูเสร็จแล้วดูกลับไปดูตอนสุดท้ายเลย
or when don't look at them or when you want to look at the last episode
จบเลย
finish
พอดูจบปุ๊บพอรู้แล้วตรงกลางๆไม่สำคัญละ
when you finish the final episode then the middle what happening in the middle it's not important anymore
เดาได้ละ
you're able to guess what happened
งั้นต้องติดตามมันไม่อยากรู้ว่าเป็นยังไงแล้วดูตอนสุดท้ายดูเดาท้ายกันหมดเลย
or you to follow them what will happen but if you watch the final episode then you can think back it should probably be like this
แล้วมันก็รู้สึกว่าคนไม่อยากดูแล้ว
and you feel like you don't want to watch it
ได้หมดแล้วไม่อยากดูแล้วรู้หมดแล้ว
because
Before.
อาจารย์ก็มีประสบการณ์เรื่องนี้ครับอาจารย์
อันนี้เขาเป็นหลักการที่คนดูซีรีส์เขาใช้กัน
it's a principle that people who watch series use
แต่คนที่ต้องการติดตามเนี่ยเขาต้องการอารมณ์ต้องการมูดต้องการอารมณ์นะครับ นะคือต้องการเสพอารมณ์
ครับ
เขาจึงไม่เขาใครสปอยนะเพราะเขาต้องการเสพอารมณ์แต่ว่านี่เราการจะให้มันจบไป
ครับ
เราก็เลยต้องมาดูตอนสุดท้ายมัน
So for those who watch series, it's because they want the feeling. Then the feeling I want to get the what happened next, what happened next.
ต้องการเสพอารมณ์
They want to consume the feeling of this. But then when they watch the final episode, skip to the final episode, they finish the journey already, and then they can probably guess what happened. Now there's no feeling to follow anymore because it has ended. แล้วก็จะขอไม่หน่อยครับอาจารย์รีคอนเนคใหม่ Okay. Any questions?
How about any of your choices?
เนี่ยครับอาจารย์ Talking about it's a good case study. พอคาเมนอยู่บ้านก็ต้องแอบดู แอบดู
ไม่ต้องแอบดู
Oh, I said that when you're home, you also have to sneak to watch.
แอบใครดูแอบใคร
แอบพ่อแม่ดูครับ
นั่นเหรอพ่อแม่ไม่ให้ดูเหรอ
Oh, they watch us.
แล้วพ่อแม่ดูแต่ว่าเขาไม่อยากให้คนอื่นดูว่าเขาดูซีรีส์ เพราะคนอื่นเขาเป็นเด็กไม่ดูซีรีส์แอบดู แต่เสียภาพพจน์
After the point when you open it and you watch it together with us.
แอบได้ไม่นานผมเปิดทีวีดูพร้อมกับเขาเลย ภาพพจน์เสียหมดเลย
And for me too, I have to watch the first 3 episodes. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to watch.
แล้วก็บอกว่าเอ้ยเธอต้องอย่างน้อย3 ตอนนะอย่างน้อย3 ตอนแล้วมันจะเริ่มจะมันก็เลยดูพร้อมกันหมดเลย3 ตอนผมบอกเขา จะให้ดูซีรีส์ก็เธอต้องดูอย่างน้อย3 ตอนนะมันจะได้มันก็เลยนั่งดูชั่วโมงนึงครบ3 ตอนพอดีก็ติดเลย เสียภาพพจน์หมด
And
สุดท้ายก็มาเป็นเฉลยการตลาดของผมไม่ว่าจะการตลาดเรื่องธรรมะหรือการตลาดเรื่องซีรีส์ก็ต้องมาตาย Do you have any questions? Any more?
Which drink do you want?
Which what? Drink. Oh, it's closed at 5. แต่คำนี้เขาจะสั่งมาครับเขาอยากจะสั่ง มาเขาอยากจะสั่งกาแฟครับอาจารย์จากร้านกาแฟร้านหนึ่งแล้วก็อาจจะวานให้พี่ขาวหรือพี่หมงขับไปรับนะครับ
นี่เขาไปไหนแล้วพี่ขาวพี่หมูกลับไปแล้ว
พี่ขาวอยู่นี่ไหมครับไม่รู้เหมือนกันใส่หูฟังอยู่อาจารย์พี่ขาว100ขับไปรับไปรับดูนะพี่ขาวอยู่ไหม พี่ขาวอยู่ไหมครับ
You spread out to not be seen. You should put the mop into the door.
I know
อยู่ไม่อยู่ในเต็นท์
ไม่อยู่ครับในเต็นท์นี้ไม่อยู่ อาจจะไปข้างล่างครับ
ไปขับรถแล้ว
วนร้ายเลย
แล้วตัวหา
here's the white one.
พี่หมงแต่สังขาวไม่อยู่แล้ว
แล้วก็ถามพี่หมูก็ได้ให้พี่หมูไปเอา
can ask
อยากกินอะไรพี่หมูก็สั่งด้วย
ครับ
แล้วพี่หมูไปรับคือแถวนี้
But then our
อาจารย์รับอะไรไหมครับ
เอาไม่โก้ไอ้นั่นแล้วกัน
mango yogurt.
ไม่ใช่ไม่โก้ไม่เอาโยเกิร์ตไม่เอา
Oh,
mango.
mango me. And you can say that you don't want yogurt.
เป็นแมงโก้แต่ไม่ใส่เป็นมะพร้าวไม่ใช่สิมะม่วงไม่ใส่โยเกิร์ต
ไม่ใช่ yogurt ได้ค่ะเคยทำ
นี่น้ำผลไม้ปั่นไม่เติมน้ำตาล
Another one the fruit mix vegetable fruit mix without adding sugar
But I ordered at this store the mango smoothie before without adding sugar. It said it was very bland and needed.
ไม่แยกกากไม่เติมน้ำตาล
there was different
ผ
this
ล
one
ไม้
is
ปั่นไม่แยกกากไม่เติมน้ำตาล
mix fruits don't add sugar don't separate the flesh
เนี่ย
ครับ ครับ
อันเกือบสุดท้าย
ใช่ครับผม
แล้วเรียกบอกพี่หมู
น้ำปั่นผลไม้ไม่ใส่กะไม่แยกกากไม่ใส่น้ำตาล อันหนึ่งthis one the fruit mix Marcus cacao mint anyone any questions
I think the baby sheep was always like they never said something.
have questions no questions no more questions okay